Hi, I'm Pastor Ben, and I want to take a few minutes to connect with you. I'm so excited that you've decided to join a team. You joined BCF because it's a special place. Let's talk about some of the things that make it special and how you can be a part. Our 4 core values that we're going to look at today that I want to make sure that you have an invitation to be a part of is this: love God, love others, pursue excellence, and choose joy. I'm sure you've seen Choose Joy on some of our print media, on our walls in the hallway, even on our background on the stage. It's important to us that we continue to put our values at the forefront so we know how we're building. Maybe you haven't heard the other 3, and that's okay. Here's a couple of things that we just really want to give our life to. So let's walk through them. Number 3 is this: pursue excellence. Everyone loves excellence. It's one of those things I don't have to even describe it to you. I don't even have to try and convince you that you should love it. The reality is we all try and avoid chaos. None of us like it. We live with it. We put up with chaos. But what we're drawn to is excellence. That's what catches our eye. I mean, think of the last time you were going to buy a car. Maybe you didn't have enough money to afford excellence, but if you did, you would choose excellence. Same thing in a restaurant. I mean, I'm sure you've been to a restaurant before where you get a glass and you look at it and you think, that wasn't washed. There's stuff all over it. Or you've been to a restaurant where everything is perfect and pristine. There's something engaging about excellence. We all want excellence in our tools. We don't like cheap tools. In our websites, I don't know if you ever go to a website, you look at it, you open it up, you think, oh my word, what is this thing? Right? You see excellence. We want excellence. When we go to a concert, when we're going to a choir, come on. When was the last time you went to a choir and you thought, you know what? Excellence is okay. We're just going to let them be them. Now, if it's your kids, I get it. But if you're paying for it, you sure want excellence. It's something that we all love. And even in church, I've been to a lot of different churches and I've walked in, and sometimes we put up with things so we don't even know what's on the walls anymore. But when you have a fresh perspective and fresh eyes, which means this: every time you bring a friend, you now have this new perspective of, oh no, did this get done? And what's going to happen here? We actually almost desire excellence if we're going to invite someone into that. And I've walked into churches before and I've just thought, wow, this is dirty, or it's gross, or hey man, maybe you could get that fixed, and there's broken things on the wall and stuff's mismatched and nobody seems to care. And it's kind of a huge turnoff. Every decision we make almost has to do with excellence. I mean, we're willing to say no to stuff and spend more on something that just looks better. I know sometimes we want to be cheap, and I get that. But if money wasn't an option, I would encourage you, always go for quality. Quality is what counts. And when people see you and they see the family of God and they see the house of God, we should reflect the good nature and the excellence of Jesus. We shouldn't be mismatched and gross and disgusting. We should actually reflect the beauty of God, the generosity of God, and we should continue to pursue excellence. Mark 7:37 says this, and this is a group of people. We're looking at Jesus in the Gospel of Mark, and it says this: they were completely amazed. They said again and again, everything he does is wonderful. I love it. Whenever you find something that you totally enjoy, that you've seen was done with excellence, man, you will tell the world. You get a new vacuum that works for you after 12 years of just the turmoil of a bad vacuum, and you will preach the gospel of that vacuum over and over again. Why? Because it caught your attention, it caught your eye. Something Jesus did all the time. And I love this. They said it again. They couldn't get over it. There was something so serious about excellence. And as we even look through the word, we can see over and over and over again, the Lord's perfect. Man, even look at creation. He's created things so excellent. Take time to look at a little bug or a leaf or a snowflake. Man, just the excellence in everything he does. We're called to reflect his excellence in everything we do, which means this. Let me give you 3 things. The first thing is this: if it's not quality, let's fix it. I really encourage you, man, take ownership of wherever you are. If you're a part of something and you're thinking, man, that's gross, that's disgusting, let's upgrade. Let's actually reflect the image of God in excellence. I know churches over the years have been some of the worst proponents of taking in old computers and clothes, and I understand the give and take. But the reality is that So many times the church, we watch them operate on just this minimal budget. It's almost people would be happy if the pastor drove a car that barely worked and wore clothes that were torn. And it's like we want excellence, but then sometimes we think that in ministry we have to live this poverty mindset, when the reality is, no. God is excellent, and he loves it when it's beautiful and it looks good. And so if it's not quality, fix it. Be willing to upgrade. And don't necessarily complain, well, I want to better this and this and this. Take ownership. Go buy it yourself. Let's upgrade. Let's make it look good, because excellence is attractive. Listen to this. I want to encourage you. Number 2, bring your best. That means when you show up, don't give his family, his house, and his church the last of stuff. Don't give him the worst of stuff. Oh, perfect. And man, you read through some of the sacrifices in the Old Testament. Some of those guys got in trouble when they're like, perfect, just go get a random lamb. Jesus says, bring me your first. Bring me the best. Bring me the tithe. This is the tithe principle, is that we give him our best, our first fruits of everything that we do. That includes your time, your heart, your energy. Man, if you're preparing for a kid's class or you're preparing for something on the weekend, take time. Make it count. I can tell you this, when I was planning a date and I was newly married, I took time to make sure everything was perfect because I was in love. I didn't want my wife to have the worst. I wanted her to have the best. And I still do. And I love you, Rachel. I want to encourage you. Bring your best and be on time and be nice. Hey, this is how we pursue excellence. I know it's hard, and we have to continue to say this. Just give it your all. Be on time, show up, and be nice. Nice is actually okay, and it's what people hope for. I want to invite you into the culture, into the soil of BCF, to help not look at it and take advantage of it and say, you know what, I really love this, but I'm going to sow into that culture frustration and anger and all these things. I want to encourage you to build the culture here at this church, to join and be a part. Love God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. Love others. Treat them like family. Pursue excellence, which means it's okay to do things right. And do us all a favor, choose joy. I'm so thankful you took the time to listen to this video, and I'm so excited that you are a part of this family. Have a wonderful day.